Okay, bonjour people. Here is a very different episode. I'm not sure why I'm looking over this way, but yeah, but for those of you who don't know, I run a company. Yeah, it's called AnomalousDesigns, as you can see on the screen right in front of you. It's a mess. It's under construction because I haven't been doing much on it, and it needs to be completely revamped. There's nothing in the shop. It's also just empty. I've got links on every page to the link tree that you'll see on all my videos now. After that new the new channel intro, after that came out, now all of these should start having this link tree built into them. And yeah, so that's a mess. It's been running for a year now, which is surprising. It's also expensive, so I need to get stuff up and running before college starts. Because monies, and I'm not going to be working the second job to keep this afloat for first semester of college. So now I'm making a series of videos about me fixing up this web page, fixing up the company, fixing up all of this fun stuff, and then yeah, for company itself, there's a lot to it. There'll be a video that will be made as part of this series too for explaining what the company is, what the company's about, all that fun stuff in basics. It's like another t-shirt company like you'll see a lot of people try and start up, but it's centered around the artists and not the shirts being sold. So think of like a Redbubble, but helps the artists get into museums, helps the artists get their name out, and does more for the artists instead of just be like, here's a platform to sell. Good luck. So this actually starts to help people get out there. So yeah, I can sit up in my chair. Here's the wonderful logo on the shirt that needs to be better done. It needs a better picture done. It actually came out pretty nice. I need to get some better fabric paint for all that. That's all stuff I'll do for other videos of me figuring out how the hell I'm printing shirts. But for now, we're going to go through and figure out everything that needs to go with this website. It has so much that needs to be done to it. Yeah, so I mean, I've been talking for 2 minutes now. I'm not sure why I'm rambling so much. Welcome. You can maybe see it, there's a tripod sticking out of my bed. I'll get some nice b-roll of when I start actually doing stuff on the webpage. So yeah, we're gonna start designing the webpage, but it's gonna be mostly in Illustrator, so you get to see most design process and all that this episode. Then I'll start implementing it next episode, because it's 9:32 at night and I don't feel like jumping into here, going into edit site. Yes, I'm using Wix to run this because they are cheap as flip for me to use, and I don't have monies. So yeah, we'll jump into here once that effort decides to load, and then we'll go through Pinterest bit. Yes, AnomalousDesigns / mechanic half devil thing now has a Pinterest. I might add this to the Linktree, not sure. Mep, don't quote me on anything. This is taking so long to load. Yeah, that's loading, so I'll just cut to whenever that loads so I can show you the back end of what the website's looking right now, and then we'll jump into designing it, finding different interests on Pinterest, and then going through and doing some sketches, figuring out how it's going to be planned, and doing all of that stuff in Illustrator, and then I can show you how to build a website in the idea from Illustrator, and then how to transfer that over to an actual website, in this case onto Wix. So this has already been me rambling for way too long. Let's get into this. Okay, so Wix isn't working. I don't know why. Could be a computer problem, could be a Chrome problem, could be a Wix problem. I don't care. For right now, that's not my biggest concern. So besides the fact that I can't edit if I need to, I will fix that on my own time. So with that being said, I'm on the Pinterest account for AnomalousDesigns. I might throw this into the thing. I might do the Linktree thing. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're just gonna jump into it. We're just gonna hit. I forgot. I need to do this. So time lapse as I go through and choose all these things. Okay, so that's done. Yeah, so if you're wondering why I chose like half the things I chose on there, because some of them aren't related to Anomalous Design, it's because I like different things that give me different, how do I say, what's the word? Wait. Inspiration. Different pieces of reference that I can use for artwork. So like, look at the shape of this man, or the design of the temple, the contrast in the colors used in the sky here. We got the more creepier metal plate art, which is really cool. The look of this seal's face. Just stuff like that. Even stuff like DIY, you can get ideas from like how these are set up, where you've got the frame, the plant, the small pot, and then there goes everything. Astronomy has a lot of really interesting stuff that I have fun using, and then just all these fun stuff. It makes it really nice to have all of these types of reference points. I don't remember the word, that's fine. I know I need to claim a website. I'm way too lazy to do that, so we're gonna get started. We're gonna look up, it's, my watch is stuck on my cord. New Java update, go away. We're gonna look up website design, and we're just gonna start working our way through this. So I'm not sure how to do Wix well. I'm gonna just say that outright. So like something like this, I like opening stuff in new tabs, leave me alone. You cannot show notifications. Like something like this is something I like. It's got a consistent background, and it's got a lot of flat on it. It gives me ideas for a sliding screen on the top, the flat black background. I just throw in different tabs there. That's something that works well. So now we just do web layout design, yes, and that's as easy as it gets. So where do we go? What? We found boards? No, I don't want to. Why am I here? Pinterest. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, then just gets thrown on the board here, and I'll have access to it later. So, ooh, this would be nice. It's just a matter of going through and finding what I like. Like something like this, I wish. I could probably do it. It's just gonna take me forever to do the little design. It's blip. So, stuff like this, that is already open. It's gonna be more difficult for me to do. I can do it. It's just a matter of uploading this template on the background, getting all this set up, and then most of this stuff is like, it's a set image that you import, or that's how I know how to do it. I would set import that image, and then I would just overlay buttons and stuff on top of it because ease. And then yeah, it's just a matter of figuring out what the hell I like, which is a lot, so this isn't gonna be easy. What works for an art page? I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works. Okay, wait. I'm forgetting to save stuff. Let's save this. This has nothing to do with art, but that's fine. This is something. This is something I like. Like this cut and clean bubble type style. This type of like, how do I call it? It's the negative space contrast to the rest of the website. Yes, please, more of it. That's why the logo is so complicated, but yet simple. It's just one solid color, but a lot of definition and design in that color. You can't see my hand just doing this, but yeah, this is something I like. You've got those breaches out from the main color bubbles into the negative space, and you've got, yes, please. Let's say the vector type stuff is the best looking stuff, and I love it. What else do we have? Like stuff like this. I love it so much, but I'm not sure how to break up. I think I could figure it out. I think I know how to do it. This is like templates, but I would be designing all of it because, yeah, that's me. So, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna throw you on the thing back here, this little thing, and I'm gonna just shoot some B-roll of me working through a bunch of these, and yeah, then I'll be back in a moment once I have like 20 or 30 of these that we can then throw into an Illustrator file, and I can start sketching stuff out to figure out what I like. So let's get into this. even though that was more in detail, I'm just going to do a very quick overview of everything I've got, and then we'll jump over to Illustrator so I can start sketching stuff out and figuring out how different pages are going to look. So, with that being said, first off, I just have the same basic details, the same little outlines here on the bottom, just different ways to fill the page with the fill the web pages. Yeah, I can words. Like, I think stuff like this octopus, then all of this stuff is, yeah, that was descriptive. I think this design, the black and white contrasting, and then something like this that has different color gradients, different shades, or different palettes, but has a single color that matches them all together is really nice. We also have this one, which I thought was interesting, where instead of having like set weird bubble, like set squares, simple shapes for each one, each individual panel is its own different shape, which I thought was a very interesting thing to do. It's like this one, where you've got the contrast and the lines and a bit flowy, but more set in squares, just like brought in with the negative space. And then of course you have this simpler one on the side that's more just cut and clean, simple sections. Then I had these spheres just for ideas for how to segment stuff out, and that continued with these little boxes. And then looking at some more ideas here, I got some color palettes that I'm gonna need to figure out what exactly I want to focus on. I got some ideas of main headers, like this one was this really powerful and strong one. I definitely wouldn't use red, but that's a really nice simple design that to really make something pop. Like this monadic design, that's a really nice one that I like, that I might take some ideas from for different artists. Like if I want to make for the pages where you have artists on them, that like something like that for the front, depending on what their style is and all that. I also had this idea that I have here on the side that I grabbed that also looks nice for different artists and all that. Also this one down here, all of these three were just for like with artists getting their pages set up once I get to that point. Got some more ideas of just focusing emphasis on stuff like that on different parts. Then we move into the color palettes. I want something more bold. I started focusing a bit around the blues, and then I'm trying to just bring my focus towards a black or a navy or something like that. Probably it's going to be centered around a black or white, and then run something like this. Maybe if not a single like bluish type following with a different contrasting color to it. And then finally I just started pulling different images that might be of inspiration. So I start off with museums, as that's a big part of helping the artists with getting their art into some higher end places that aren't just like on the internet. And then from there, different art like exhibits. So this digital art museum, we've got this spiral stair place and the Dolly Museum, that was really nice. This art piece, the little design there, and then from there I got some more designs for lines and curvature. This little thing here on the side that I probably mentioned brought me towards cells, which are always very interesting to look at, and I like how cells normally divide themselves and how their membranes split, and like yeah, how they combine and how they like mash up against each other. That's always been interesting to me, and I found some nice like plant cells and all that. Then finally I looked at Richard Serra, who's my favorite artist and is a very interesting architectural guy who does a lot of amazing pieces that I got to go see in Bilbao a while ago, and they're amazing. So I got some images from him. I like the copper palette. I might pull some copper into this, as that fits with the mechanic half devil thing. That might just be on that page, but we'll see how it goes. So there goes that stand. Let's jump into Illustrator and I'll start sketching out all this, showing you guys how to set that up and how to start pulling through a website to make it flow properly, to make it feel good and all that fun stuff. So let's jump to it. Okay, so yeah, we're in Illustrator now. I've got my fancy pen tablet that's real small next to me here, and I went through. I've got this little notebook that I'm just writing stuff down in here as we go through this, just so that I can keep some track of what's going on. I'm gonna knock over that thing. And yeah, the reason I have 7 artboards here is what I'm trying to do is, this is just the home screen. This is not anything specific. This isn't like breaking down the shop page. This isn't breaking down the become an artist, the custom designs page, anything like that. This is doing the homepage, because homepage is important. That's where everyone starts. That's where you get sort of like the biggest part of what's called the funnel, or what I've heard related to as the funnel in marketing, where it's like everyone starts at the top and you want to trickle them down to that little final point where you finally get people to follow through and purchase something, and that's your conversion rate of customers that start off in the top that actually end up going all the way through to the bottom. There's some fun marketing stuff. Anyways, from there on, I'm trying to break up each of these little pages. I'll pull this back up. If you can see those, I just did some quick notes on the side here about how I want to have this run. So it's just going to be like the main, like, hey, this is us, the like title screen, all that in the beginning. And as you scroll, you get some information about the shop and shirts, and then you'll have like the graphic for that, and then you'll have the button for that. You'll go through and it'll be like a let us help you section, let us help you like graphic. So that'll have buttons to both becoming an artist and getting a custom design done. Then that moves on to the about page and the contact us. Did I count properly? Wait. Oh right, I did. So becoming an artist and custom designs, I split into two different sections, and then I did about and contact one together, and then the mechanic half devil thing, which I had to reorganize, if you can tell by my messy arrows there, which will come up towards the top. That will also be something different, because I do want to try and merge these two companies, because they can build off of each other, and in the end it's just going to be two different points of two different audiences that can both be pulled towards the opposite side. So say YouTube grows a lot, I can pull a lot of people from YouTube over to Anomalous, and then say Anomalous grows a lot and pull a lot of people from Anomalous over to YouTube, vice versa, back and forth. That's why most of the social media accounts are AnomalousDesigns, as AnomalousDesigns started first, and then you just have the mechanic half devil thing, and why the logo updated to the mechanic half devil thing character person with the AnomalousDesigns character on top. So yeah, most of this is just going to be a time lapse with me talking over it and annotating it, because there's a lot that I need to do to get this sketched out. And I'll also have this tripod thing behind me off to the side so you can see me doing the sketches, and then the main screen will be on the front like the last time. So yeah, let's get into it and get started on doing that design, because it's 10:23 and I need to sleep soon. Cool, let's get started.